Hey everybody, welcome back to the Huffman house. We have been MIA for a couple weeks because May was our biggest month of
Everything.
everything. We've got animals that came in, we've had animals hatch, we've had
Lots and lots of rain.
lots of rain. Uh,
Can't video when it rain. iPhone don't like that.
yeah, he had to rebuild a fence around my tea garden. Yeah, so and moving different flocks to different places. It's just been really, really busy.
Yeah. Sometimes, work takes priority over making the videos. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
apologize. We'll try to do better, I swear.
We'll try.
But life is, life happens.
Yes, it does for sure.
Yeah.
So right back here is our peas and what our dogs
What's left of our peas.
yeah, what our dogs haven't eaten, I'm gonna go harvest. And while I do that, Mike's gonna go ahead and take you on a little end of May garden tour. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
So let me just preface this by saying I totally screwed up the audio on this. So Mike is going to have to come in here and voice over his tour of our garden for you. So here's Mike.
So, like Lisa said, the dogs have really been eating up the peas. There are a few at the top that we can harvest, but there's not going to be much there at all. The asparagus bed is all gone to frond and weed, so nothing really going on there. We're just going to let them go, put all their energy into the roots for next year. Strawberry bed's looking good. Again, we still have that grass issue, but they're starting to put on runners. You can see a couple of them here, so we're going to let them run out. Try not to harvest too much fruit. Let that bed fill in. That'll help a lot with the weeds. The onion bed is really full with that grass also, but you can see at the bottom there it is starting to bulb. So we might get something out of it. They are heavy feeders, and that nitrogen is getting robbed by that grass. So we'll kind of see what happens. We already harvested the garlic bed. They're up in the greenhouse right now drying or curing, I guess would be the proper terminology for it. And we did pretty good with it. The elephant garlic did really well. The soft necks, not quite so much, but it's good. The tomato bed looking great. It is about time to tie them up again. I use this green, I don't know what you even call it. It's like a stretchy plastic tie that you can get at the greenhouse stores. Use that to tie them up so that as they do grow, it doesn't pinch off the stems or anything like that. We are starting to get fruit on it. This is one of the, I think, opolka, which is a paste tomato. And then we have a couple slicers. I think it's Cherokee Purple, Big Shelf, maybe Dr. Witchy's. They're kind of intermixed in between. Look at the size. Starting to get up there. We'll be eating the BLTs soon enough. I have said we've been having a lot of rain, so you can tell on that one it's starting to split. It just happens. Got a few blooms on our peppers. This one I believe is the jalapeno. Something is eating up on that one. Haven't figured it out. Can't see any bugs or anything like that. But we are getting a few blooms, and hopefully they set fruit. Alright, let's head over to the raised garden bed. There's a lot going on there. Oh, did you see the corn on that lower left? Yep, it's coming up. So these are our beans, got tons and tons of flower. This is a contender bush bean. They do put on a few runners, a few of the plants. I don't know if maybe some beans got mixed in there, but the Blue Lake or Kentucky Wonder pole beans, they're starting to climb. So pretty soon that whole arch will be covered in leaves and beans. They're getting up there, especially that side. Had better germination on one side versus the other. No idea why. Same bag, same everything. Got a bumblebee doing his business there. Keep working it. We need all the pollination we can get. Yeah, there's one of those runners I was telling you about. Don't know why that happens on some of them. Our tomato bed. These are determinate tomatoes. On this side we have the red snappers, and they're really starting to put on a lot of fruit. Of course, being a determinate, you know, they set fruit quite a bit and like almost flush out all at once. And then on the side with the trellis, those are tachis. They're a small paste tomato, again determinate, and they do extremely well. I think we'll keep growing these. The cucumbers are starting to trellis or starting to run, whatever you want to call it, with the tendrils starting to climb. That's it. So pretty soon they'll go all the way up over this arch. Lettuce still hanging in there, although I believe it is very bitter. We'll probably wind up cutting that out in the next couple days, giving it to Gala Margoose. She loves lettuce. The pepper bed, we lost a few. They didn't really take off at all, so I planted some more seeds, but they haven't sprouted yet. So might be stuck with just these couple. That's our lemon dream. That one over there is our poblano. And on this side, I believe, is our advarskis. Big red roasting pepper. Absolutely love those things. Our sweet potato bed is filling out nicely. Got quite a few runners. We just wind up tucking them back in until the entire thing's, good covered, so we don't have to fight the weeds. And then as they start growing out a little bit too long or get unruly, we'll just trim them back. Let it put the energy into the sweet potatoes. Yeah, our zucchini bed, I might have went a little overboard. We've got 6 squash plants in there. So the outside ones, 2 each of zucchini, and the 2 middle ones are yellow squash. But they're flowering, putting on a lot of fruit. Again, we had the male flowers didn't come out till after the first female flower came out. So they didn't get pollinated, that lower one. So that's a male flower there on the stem. And of course the female flower has the fruit for a stem. So you'll be able to tell that. don't let zucchinis fool you. In the heat of the day, they tend to wilt quite a bit. They're very dramatic. You can give them a little bit of water, and at night they perk right back up. So our cabbage, it's kind of hit or miss here in North Carolina. We come off from our last frost to hot, like really quick. It usually takes, less than a month. And growing cabbage in those conditions is a little bit hard. Not to mention the cabbage loopers and those army worms, they really, really love it. So we're going to salvage what we can out of here, and the rest is going to go to the pigs or go to the chickens, go to the animals. Still make use of it, but not the harvest we really wanted to see. Do have a little visitor in there. Bird decided to build a nest. She's got about 5 eggs in there. Crazy. But, it was protecting her and her babies, so that's a good spot for it. Alright, so this is our cabbage and grass, our carrot and grass bed. So again, that grass is just kicking our butts. Even in the new beds where we put the soil, it went crazy. So the good thing is the carrots don't like nitrogen and the grass does. So hopefully the carrots are still growing. I don't know if the grass is going to be robbing the potassium from the soil for the roots. We'll have to see. The tater bed is still doing great. We've had a few blooms. No fruit really is formed on those blooms, but they're still growing. They haven't died back. They have fallen down, but they're making taters under the ground. Who cares what the tops are really doing? So our broccoli bed again got kind of ate up with the cabbage loopers. Between all the rain and whatnot, the BT didn't stay on the plants, and they really just had a field day with it. But we are going to harvest it and get as much as we can out of it. And again, the leaves and all will go to the animals, feed them up. They like to pick on green things. And the pigs, although they're still pretty small, they're 2 months old, a little over 2 months old. They're just now starting to learn to enjoy the scraps from the garden. Good sized heads though, and they're still together. Most of them are still together. They haven't went to seed or haven't got grainy as a broccoli tends to get when it's overripe. Yeah, you can see one of those cabbage loopers right there along the stem. They just, it's a losing battle when you have so much rain that you can't keep your area sprayed up. The in-ground garden, loving the rain. This is where we have our pumpkins and our watermelons, and of course Lisa's gourds. That first row is Lisa's gourds. The next 4 rows, I believe, are going to be pumpkins. We did a blue bayou and I think it was a Mustang pumpkin. And then we have the Tahitian melons, which is like a butternut squash, only like way huge. It's crazy the size those things get. And then the last couple rows are our watermelons. They're not doing great, but they're growing. Just takes time.
Well, that's it for today in the garden. We really appreciate you joining us. Stay tuned for more. Hopefully in next week's video, you'll find out what Mike's doing here. Bye, guys.